Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Running back searching for a hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
When you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
Dropping back, it's Bryant. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Looking downfield on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Wyatt. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Georgia comes quickly to the line. The quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
The RPO, it's complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They go to the ground. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Snap to the back. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside the ACC today. Florida State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Seminoles ever do that? Never know what can happen when two good teams face off. But even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And the Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Second down, he'll throw it. Grabbed behind the line, it's Worthy. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, South Carolina.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Scanning the field, it's Bryant. Finds his big tight end. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that. All in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. The corners are walked up tight. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. Motion from the back. Looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. 2nd and goal for this offense. Looking to fire. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Touchdown, South Carolina. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I love finding the big fella down in the red zone. 3rd and goal. You got to make something happen down here. Throw it up high. Let the big fella make you look really good as a quarterback. Love finding those big guys down here in the red zone.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7.
Georgia, 14, South Carolina, 7.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ferguson. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires on the move. Got him downfield. He's loose down the left side. That's right. Touchdown, Dogs! He got it loose, and it was lights out after that.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. from their own 25-yard line. Give to the running back. Oh, he's got a chance. There he goes. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. They'll ride the hot hand. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The Gamecocks are in the hurry-up. Handoff from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
The head coach and the offensive coordinator have got a ton of guts to dial up that pass on 4th and short when everyone's expecting it to be a run play. It worked perfectly. How about the speed on the back end, taking the top off the defense, an accurate throw with a lot of pressure by the QB, and they link up for a massive score on 4th down.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Complete to the left. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
That is a really good-looking throw. You think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks in Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
Got a man. It's Wiley.
Here's an incredible statistic early in this game. With that catch, he's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're only in the first quarter still. He has been getting open. He's been making catches. At some point, the defense may have to start triple covering this guy.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Back has it. Finding open areas. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Now, I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Trying to get the corner. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. This is a designed run. Hauled down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
How about the run play on 4th and 3 to 4? A lot of times you see that's a pass play nowadays. They run the football, they stick to what they do well, they know where the first down marker is, and they get the first down.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. Starting to feel a little pressure. Just a short pass to the tight end. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to scramble. Going to try to get it himself. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Yeah, and that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
So now on comes the field goal unit. It is perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Georgia State is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. They're trailing by just 4 to UAB. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
How about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Looking downfield, it's Bryant. On target over the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell.
Oh, a lot of space. The 20. Touchdown, Gamecocks. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a scintillating 57-yard touchdown run. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
The Dogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
And the Dogs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all 3 phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
To the air, it's Bryant. Soft spot in the middle. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. Getting a little fancy with a give to the wide receiver here. At the 40, there he goes. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
And RD, I love creative offensive coordinators. They don't just split a guy out wide that has game-breaking speed nowadays. Now they shift him, they motion, they
unleashes one deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Oh, I bet the QB is steaming because he did an awesome job. He drops back, and he can tell he's got the matchup he wants on the outside. He's got an open receiver, throws it to him. Great ball right through his hands. Missed opportunity for a big play. Missed opportunity for a touchdown.
The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
And they're featuring this guy all day long. Now he's over 150 yards. Great job by the offense. This is a matchup I'm going to take advantage. He's taking advantage of it all game long.
The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to throw, it's Bryant. Makes the grab, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is good, and they have a 28-24 lead. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got it set up on the outside. Turning it off! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Got enough for the first. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Found the spot in the defense. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Really great job by the running back there on the angle route on 3rd down. He sold it as if he was running to the flat, and at the last second put his foot in the ground and crossed the defender's face, making that an easy pitch and catch for the QB.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The hurry-up half now. Second down, clock ticking. Here's the handoff. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ballgame. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To throw, it's Bryant. He'll take the deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. It's pretty clear he didn't care about the double coverage. He thought his guy was better than their two guys.
Well, and there's reason to think that. That dude's a stud, and I understand it. I want to find ways to get him the football, but when it's 2-on-1, I might think about looking somewhere else.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Bringing the heat. Hit as he throws. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Fires and picked off. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Gamecocks will boot it away to start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll start the third quarter with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the tight end. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Picked up a few extra extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket and the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away, and the defense took advantage with the interception.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Gamecocks will hustle to the line. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
And the QB going with a little bit of touch, trying to feather that thing up in the air and give his receiver a chance to go up high and try to get over top of the defender. Nice job by the defense seeing the football, breaking on it, and getting the ball on the ground.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Hey, man, I love guys with situational awareness in football. It's third and long. You know it. He's sitting right near the sticks, ready to break on the football, ready for the quarterback to throw. He does, forces the INT. Nice heads-up, smart play by that young man.
And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
To the air on second down. He's going to take off. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Wiley. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. I don't blame them. They're going to keep working this guy out of the slot until somebody finds a way to stop him.
Yeah, and why wouldn't you, man? You find a matchup that's working, and you got a guy with this kind of athletic ability in the slot, dude. Keep finding him, keep using different routes. So far, the defense doesn't have an answer for him.
And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll run it from the gun. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. Pulls it and fires to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Motion from the wideout. Second down. They'll go to the air. He'll throw it. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
I'll tell you what, you could tell the defense knew exactly what they were doing. They were dialed in, took away the primary target. And then it's on you as an offense. Now I got to adjust. I got to do something different to what they're doing.
They got to come up with a big play on this third and long. He wants to change this route. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Georgia! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
No, long touchdown passes don't have to come in the shape of go routes and posts. You can throw a slant. If your guy is able to make one dude miss and build up some steam, when you've got speed like that, you can take it to the house, and that's exactly what he did.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here. Breaks into the open. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The Gamecocks want to move quickly. Might as well give it to him again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Back to pass, it's Bryant. He'll take a shot. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Pulled down at the 45-yard line, and that's the kind of ball hawking a defensive coordinator loves to see. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. right to work up top. Safe completion on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Quarterback extends the play. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, you wonder that time if the QB was just forcing that one over to his running back. He's already made some catches in this game. The defense is aware of that, though, and that time they had outstanding coverage. There was no way that was going to be complete.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On the move. It's a fumble. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Didn't even consider running the punter out there, going for it. 4th and long from the 48. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He'll take it on the return. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Wants to throw. It's Bryant. Back open in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run. And the OC is going to give him the ball still.
And the Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. On the move, it's Worthy. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. He makes a grab, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell a quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Northern Illinois is getting cooked right now. I mean, it's all over but the crying. A lopsided affair with miscues and missed tackles. They're trailing by 17 to Missouri. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The offense changing the play. To the air on first down. Takes the grab. It's Taylor. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Back to pass on second down. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39. Great place to start for this offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get down real fast.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Back to throw, it's Bryant. Finds his tight end. The change will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Gamecocks will have it first and 10. On the ground with the counter. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. Right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Turning it on. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth quarter lead. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. Lowers those pads. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
This is a no-brainer right now. After that incompletion, trailing by what you are in this area of the field, 4th and short, just kick the field goal. It's what you need to give yourself a chance to win.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot.